and I didn't worry about the outside noise or how this is gonna work, how it's gonna do. I just God was gonna figure it out, and He did. And I had no pressure. I played pressure free, like I was just hooping, quite honestly. And so I think that really changed my game, and it still is going to change my game this year as well.
What did it look like building out that relationship with God, like you said?
Yeah.
Going to church more.
Yeah. Honestly, it was actually physically open up the Bible and reading it. I used to always go to church, but I think like actually reading it and having it in your hand is different than going and watching a podcast or watching a YouTube video. I think I actually got in the Word, and that actually just opened my eyes to so many different things. Yeah.
And then, for you going into, year 3, obviously you play off guard, point guard, both. How do you kind of see that? I know you're only a couple weeks into official practice, but how do you kind of see that playing out this year?
Man, it's gonna be great. It's definitely going to expand my game more because I can be a scorer instead of a facilitating PG. But I'm just so excited that I have Laney who can play the 1 this year, and so it's gonna be great. I'm excited to expand my game and be more of a shooter, a combo guard. I feel like last year I was mainly a PG, and I love the PG spot. That's like, my love. But I'm excited to be a combo guard as well this year.
Yeah. When in particular did you get to work on this offseason? Kind of areas of your game that you wanted to strengthen and things like that?
Definitely, obviously, keeping my body healthy. Got to keep my knees healthy. The knees is important, so I need to keep my knees healthy. And also working on my shot, continue working on my shot, and also finishing, runners, floaters, whatever it may be, layups, reverse, whatever it may be. I think I need to finish more at the rim this year, and so that's what I'm working on. Yeah.
Reniya, obviously you guys hosted an NCAA tournament last year.
Yeah.
How are you bringing that mindset into this year and kind of telling the newcomers what needs to be done to get there and get back to hosting in Chapel Hill?
The mentality every year is to win, but I think this team is so different because we're so young. But we do have some vets, but it's just a different team. And so I think this year, instead of focusing on getting to March Madness or being, whatever it may be, I think we're taking it day by day right now. And so one day it may be just defending, one day it may be running fast. It doesn't matter, but I think this team is going to be different because we're taking it day by day, practice by practice, game by game. And so the mentality is really just be about it, don't just talk about it. And so, you can watch film all day, but if you're not actually doing it, then it doesn't matter. So I think this team is like, we have to be about it before we talk about anything because we're so young. So, yeah.
And then in the big session, you mentioned Talia Henderson.
Yeah.
Her impact.
My gosh. Yeah.
What can you say about her and what she brings to the team and also your relationship with her?
I love her. Like, that's my dog. Obviously, we kind of connected because it's a Christ-centered friendship, but Talia's going to be a sleeper. I'm going to keep saying that. I love people who take pride in their defense, and she is the one who takes pride in her defense. Even in practice, when she's guarding Nala Harris or Sierra or the people who's bigger than her, she always makes sure she locks down and gets the steal. And so that's very important. You want people who goes hard regardless of how tall or how big you are. And so she's going to be great. She's actually a shooter. She's a slasher. But the biggest thing for me is her defense. She actually takes pride in her defense. And you want people like that around you.
Hey, Reniya, earlier today we've had multiple teams say they want Carolina. How do you feel about that? And just also this just adds to the level of expectations you guys already have.
I don't know. The media is the media. Some people knock us off. Some people say they picking NC State. Some people say they picking Duke. I don't even know what they say, but it is what it is. If they want us, they want us. If they don't, they don't. But overall, we're ready to play anybody. We're not looking forward to. We're looking forward to right now. And right now, the next competition is South Carolina. So that's what we focus on. So honestly, we're not focused on those teams that's saying that. But if they are saying it, that's good. We want all the smoke. We actually do not care who wants to smoke. We want all the smoke.
And then we'll do one last question over here.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. And speaking of South Carolina, you guys will also play Texas and UCLA in the regular season. How do you feel about those games? And just because you guys are trying to take the next step, how important are those games when you guys are trying to take the next step and bring Carolina basketball back to where it originally was?
it's obviously good to have those games early because you can see how tough we are, or even how tough we are, right? You want to have those big games early so you can determine what we need to work on, what we need to fix, how we need to fix it, when we need to fix it. And so I'm just blessed to even play in those big games because, like, you can see where you are. You know, some people play, you know, mid-majors first, but no, we're actually going into it head-on and playing a big team so we can see where we are as a team. And so we're trying to make it to the national championship game. And so in order to do that, you have to play the national championship teams. And so, you know, I'm just excited that we get to play those teams first.
Appreciate it, man.
Yep.